Get caught saying on bro them though. On babies or on brethren. But anyways, no, for real though, I want this to be on YouTube because YouTube will be able to see this, and I'm working on my cross referencing skills and consistency. If you can build that same momentum anywhere, as long as we just keep applying that consistency, that's what's most important. Just keep showing the fuck up, just like a job. On bro, now you don't want to be there every day, but your ass keep showing up, don't you? On bro, now. You keep getting that check, don't you, twin? On bro, because you showing the fuck up. Sometimes that's all we can do. And if you find out in life, all y'all do is show up. Your mind to do the rest. But anyways, on a deeper level, it says right here. Let's start at the beginning of the lecture. The thoughts we think can seem harmless and random in nature. However, what if your phenomenal perception of this universe is all being molded by the thoughts of you and the ones around you? What if the gods themselves are reflections of our mind? Who is made in whom's image? The analysis and the etymology of words like psychic and photon can offer a deeper insight into the mysteries of the mind, the mind, the mind, the mind, the mind. Bro, now. Damn, we need some echo money. Mind, mind. Oh, we got that, but fuck it. Anyways, that which, this is Michael Cunningham's book, Creating Magical Entities. That which affects the mind has the ability to affect the universe. People have created and worked with different types of entities far beyond recorded history. Many gods and goddesses came into being as thought forms personified. This allowed humans to interact with and interpret cause and effect in the world in which they live. Often these fledgling thought forms were slowly transformed into the gods and goddesses that we know today by the general acceptance of the attributes given to the event. As more people adopted those understandings of the events as actions of things greater than themselves, the thought forms gained momentum and energy from the people that understood them. Over time, a single thought had transformed from one person's way of understanding the world to what we are now considered some of the most powerful as gods, goddesses, demons, and spirits. So what is it saying right off the bat? That many gods and goddesses came into being as what? Thought forms. Thought forms that were what? Personified. What is a god? It's a person. It's an aspect of a deity. We were made in God's image. We are what? People. Thought forms are personified. Many gods and goddesses are thought forms personified. When you thought of them as greater than yourself, then those thought forms became what? They gain momentum. What do we do with the gods today? We think of them as greater than us. We say, hey, because God is great. God is good. You know what I'm saying? I am a lowly human. I would have never made it if I was you. I ain't shit. On bro them. You feel what I'm saying? You put these deities as greater than you. So these deities have done what? These deities have created an aspect of momentum. They have some energy behind them now. Where has that energy came from? Yo, fast. Home babies, on brother, on the brothers. Let's go to the next document. Kenneth Grant, Nice Side of Eden. What does it say right here? There was at this primitive stage of society no knowledge of the Father on earth, and therefore no Father of God image in heaven. For the gods are but what? Psychic projection. Damn, what's the etymology of psychic? Look right up underneath me. Excuse me, how rude of me. Let me get out your motherfucking way. The word psychic comes from the Greek word psychosis, which means of the mind or mental. It also can mean the soul. So this is your mental projections. Ain't that funny? God is connected to your soul. Ain't that funny? Psychic connects to the aspect of the soul of the mind. Ain't that funny? It says that the God image in heaven, the God image in heaven. For the gods are but what? Psychic projection. When you project things, what do? You create an image. When you think about something, think about an apple. Guess what you just did? You projected an image. What did they say? You were made in God's image. It's the other way around. Flip the projection. God was made in your image. God is the mind. It's the thought process. It's these deities that we've given our energy to. All right, everybody. I appreciate everybody liking this shit, sharing this shit. Wink, wink. I appreciate y'all, little babies. I'm running on the brothers. I know it's a long day, y'all, because been at work all day. Don't roll them. You feel me? I appreciate everybody supporting this crazy shit. I don't know how y'all listening to this shit this late. On bro now, you got to be crazy to be tapped in this late to this type of knowledge. On bro now. Anyways, appreciate you, D. Ali. I appreciate it too. I see all of y'all. Appreciate the likes, comments, and culture. I'll see you, twin, on bro now. So psychic is what? Of the mind. Thoughts are what? Of the mind. And they are what? Projected from the mind. So those are thought projections. So when it says the God are but what? Psychic projections, that's just a thought. And this can be cross-referenced with this book right here on Bronell. You feel what I'm saying? On Babies on Bronell. That's why Michael Cunningham book tells you it's all in the mind. It's just thought forms personified. The thought forms gained momentum when more people started to think about them. It says right here, God's image in heaven. For the gods are but what? Psychic projections. You ain't even have no fathers in heaven because you had no fathers down here yet. That shit came later. That's why your Bible was 6,000 years old. That's why you have Neolithic goddesses and astronomical evaluations based on the goddess that span back 52,000 years before the death of Socrates. Come on, the writing is on the walls. They ain't never lied about that shit. The writing is on the wall. I'm bro now. But anyways, let's go a little bit further with this shit, twin. Shout out YouTube. YouTube, if your ass over there, you better be liking this shit, commenting, and sharing too, twin. Because I can't see y'all and y'all can't see me. I turned the motherfucking camera off on bro now because y'all be watching me while because I be trying to duck out of the way of this shit, and then y'all be still watching me on bro now. What if I'm on the other side? Never mind. Smoking at bro now. I'm just playing y'all. Oh, bro now. And now you see me smoking. That's my like best jokes. Oh, bro, all I do is joke about that. I'm just saying because that's the shit that knocked my family line. That's the shit that knocked my bloodline down. That's the shit that changed our whole bloodline, families, and everything. So you gotta like make light of the shit that destroyed us, type shit. That shit destroyed us, twin. Destroyed our neighborhoods. It's still to this day. Niggas teeth missing right the fuck now. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of daddies and uncles and a lot of kids is out here on the block because they addict on brother. They on that shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's some real shit, twin. That was some shit they created. That was some lab created shit. As you know what, you know it was lab created because go watch Minister Society on Bronell. And then Minister Society, he said it. He said first there was the riots. We was on that. We was 1970s, right? Each all the radical groups was being formed. Hey, what the fuck are we gonna do? He said first was the riots, then came the drugs. On Bronell, chemical warfare. Good. That's what that shit called. On Bronell, chemical warfare. And then what's crazy is when we was on the shit, it was just say no. You know what I'm saying? Put the niggas in jail. Now, when everybody else on this shit, now it's a what's the words called, y'all? They don't even use the words for us. It's a crisis. On bro them, it's a crisis, twin. It's just so bad. No, everybody, oh my God, these people need help. And we ain't get that. On bro them because got thrown in jail. Don't forget that Joe Biden, I'm saying, because Bill Clinton, all these people y'all love so much, these fake ass, because y'all love so much, was the same ones that implemented those harsh ass drug laws. That if you got found with crack, your ass, not only did they create the shit, after they created the shit, on bro them, after they created the shit, what's good with you, twin? After they created the shit, they also did what? They put your ass in jail for using the shit. The fuck type of shit is that? That's some double trap shit, which lets you know you powerful than a motherfucker. On bro, them they ain't no nigga in the hood just make up crack. That was some lab shit that they found out. You had to test that shit on somebody and be like, oh, and then think about it. That shit that's created, twin. You can live. You know, if you see a kid, you can live. They live for a long time. They created something that still makes you be like you're living still, but you're not living with yourself no more. But you'll live for a long time still. Think about that shit. Bro, I know dealers. They sat down and talked to me about it one day. They was like, bro, now that I realize it, they don't know no kids that died. They all still alive. Oh, bro, now I said, damn, you ain't never lied. Just don't die. Think about it. Kids be 70, 60. I'm just saying. Somebody better ask some questions around here. You want to live? Smoke some crack. Oh, bro, now. I'm just saying to him. I be seeing some old ass kids. But anyways, let me go back into the shit. It says right here. Why is all of this happening? Let's go back into the serious stuff. We just went on a side mission of hood stuff and all whatever. Basically, we're talking about thought forms creating aspects of entities. Now, why would a thought form create an entity? Because we need the science for it to represent. It's very simple. This is from the Synchronicity Key by David Wilcock. Ideally, once we've created a tunnel between ourselves and someone else with our thoughts, the exchange of photons flows in both directions. In cases when we are healing, appreciate you, twin. I appreciate you, gang. You know I always got you, big bro. Bro, I don't even think about that shit. Bro, them. I don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't even think about it. Just do the shit. You feel me? Bro, them, because that's just how we get down to it. That's how we get down, gang. But anyways, bro, them, no, bro, them. You know, all y'all gotta do is, you know what I'm saying? You know, we don't even gotta show off to it. You know what it is. this. Anyway, ideally, once we created a tunnel between ourselves and someone else with our thoughts, the exchange of photons flows in both directions. In cases when we are healing each other, we send more photons into the body of the person who needs healing. But when we absorb energy, we are actively pulling photons out of somebody's body. So wait a second. It says ideally, once we've created a tunnel between ourselves and someone else with our thoughts. So what do we need to do to create a tunnel with our thoughts? Let's get this shit together. What does it say right here? People that have created and worked with many different types of entities far beyond recorded history. Many gods and goddess forms come into beings as thought forms personified. Cross-reference with the synchronicity key. Ideally, once we created a tunnel between ourselves and someone else with our thoughts, the tunnel, the exchange of photons flows in both directions. What is a photon? A photon is an etymology of what? The etymology of photon is light. It is light. It is a particle of light. It is a light particle. When you focus your thoughts on somebody, a tunnel is opened up where the photons of light can flow back and forth. These deities, these entities, if you're thinking about them, if a whole bunch of people thinking about the same entity and saying he's the greatest, he's the best, he'll fuck you up, then guess what? He is the greatest, he is the best, and he will fuck you up. Because now you have created an entity, and we will prove this. By the end of this lecture, I'm gonna have your ass walking away like this shit is real. You know how we do, because he who knows one book knows none. We will tackle the science of this shit. On bro, now appreciate the gifts, twin. This is a science, twin. Like this is a 360 pack. We came prepared. Good. On bro, no, I'm not just up here talking to y'all because on bro, no, I'm not here talking to you. On bro, no, I'm talking through you. No, I'm swear. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to find something deep. I am just talking to y'all, low key. On bro, no. I mean, technically, I'm just. If my wife was here right now, she would have argued with that. On bro, no. She'd be like, actually, you are just talking. Oh, bro, Neil. That's why I fuck with Bang. She'd have kept it real, bro, bro. Actually, you are just talking to us. Oh, bro, Neil. Shout out, Bang Bass. With her extra. Shout out, Bang. All right. Anyways, on some real shit. Actually, you're talking to the people. Oh, bro, Neil. Anyways, let's go back into this science. So, think the unthinkable. That's what this lecture is called because you got to think the unthinkable. Most of the shit we thinking has already been thought. On bro, now. You thought you wasn't gonna make it. You thought you wasn't this. You didn't think you was good enough. Well, motherfucker, the universe respect that shit. So you gotta think you good enough. You gotta think you deserve shit. You gotta think that you could be in these positions. On bro, now. This is about your power. If your power is powerful enough to create gods, if your power is powerful enough, as more people adopted the understanding of the events of actions of things greater than themselves, the thought forms gain momentum and energy from the people that understood them. Then you can put this the same thought process as great as you thought these gods was. You better be thinking you that great, or we got a major problem. Oh, bro, then we have a major self-esteem issue. As great as you want to make the magnificent cosmos and universe, you're the one perceiving that shit. So you need to make sure that you're the main perceived generator of this energy. That's why it says right here at this primitive stage of society, no knowledge of the Father on earth, and therefore no Father or God image in heaven. For the gods are but what? Psychic projections. What's the etymology of psychic? Of the mind. Where do thought forms come from? The mind. What is a thought? A projection from the mind. What are the gods? Projections from the mind. But over time, on babies, on brother, on the brethren, if you got 6 billion people believing in the Abrahamic religion, then this go real. Now Abraham a real good. Bro, now. That's how they get your ass. That's why all these deities say what? Say my name, when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't playing. Say the other day, the world is okay. Y'all remember that shit on brother? On brother, y'all ain't old like me, twin. It's the other day. Say my name, good. On bro, now say my name. The more you say my name, what happens? What did the synchronicity key by David Wilcock say? Ideally, once we created a tunnel between ourselves and someone else with our thoughts, good, the exchange of photons flows in both directions. So if you're saying my name, then you're thinking about me. If you're thinking about me, you have opened up the tunnel of photon light energy. If you open up the photon light energy, now I could get your motherfucking light. Good looking, twin. Now say my motherfucking name. Oh, nah, nah. Oh, what's my name? Yeah. That's why these deities always, my name is this, my name is this. What's my name? Say my name. All these thirsty for you to say their names, for you to think about them. Say my name at night. Say my name in the day. Say my name in the middle of the day. Say my name while you washing your ass. Say my name while you taking the shit. Because every time you do that, oh Lord, you giving them energy. I don't fuck if you is constipated on bro. Now you giving them energy. Oh God, please let this shit get up out of me. On bro, Jesus. On bro now. I'm just saying, twin. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. What that boy Kendrick said on bro there. Boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, I wouldn't understand. Oh, bro, he's fast at that shit. I ain't even gonna hold you to it. Oh, bro, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, bam. All right, anyways. When you go back into this shit, there's more. This shit about to get real deep. We only on the third book. This is a 7-book reference, cross-reference lecture. This 360 pack number 13. Anybody interested in this documents, scroll your ass to the link in the bio and get these documents, get these 360 pack, these research papers. I can't sit here all day and try to sell this shit to y'all because I'm not here to sell shit to you. Well, bro, no, I ain't gonna hold you. That shit bothers me. I'm here to drop this knowledge. So if you want to support this shit, if you go to the link in the bio, go to the link in the bio. All that information is there. Home bro now. Home bro, I'm just saying, when this shit's so important, shit. Home bro, then we ain't even got time for all that right now. We trying to get it. This shit is important to the mind. Make a nigga want to cry. This shit important, twin. We can't be playing. But here I go playing. But anyways, in cases when we are healing others, we send more photons into the body of the person who needs healing. But when we absorb energy, we are actively pulling photons out of somebody's body. What is a photon? A particle of light. It says when we absorb energy, we are actively pulling photons out of somebody's body. And what is that? That's when your people call you and they tell you all the bad news. And they always telling you some shit that's fucked up. I ain't never got shit good to tell you on babies on brother on the breath. Every time you go around somebody, you start feeling tired and shit. Why you think that is? They are absorbing your motherfucking energy. On bro, now, hello. Oh, you know I'm fucked up. You what? Oh, bro, as soon as they pick up, you. Now your ass sad just, I don't know about me anymore. Oh, bro, now your ass just got pit. Yeah. Walking Ed. This shit is real. Good. The universe is mental. So it's all a mind game. That's why the most powerful people play what with you? Mind games. On bro now. That's where it's all at. You know that because all you got to do, if you know these type of people, because if you offer them a solution, they going to offer you a problem to your solution. Like, maybe you should do this. Yeah, I would, but then you don't want no help. Oh, bro, now. Huh? That's what you need to say with the each part. Bitch, you don't want no help. They what? They all, bro, now. You heard me. Fuck who it is. You don't want no motherfucking help. Stop playing with me. Oh, bro, now. Nah, for real, though. I can't believe you're saying this to me. Nah, fuck that. Because every time I offer your ass a solution and shit, you look for more problems. You looking for another problem in the solution. You look out of you ain't even tried it yet. You got the problem for that solution. Come on, twin. That's a programming. That means that they want that because they're siphoning energy through their issues and shit. That's why they're constantly having issues. There's an entity behind that shit. Oh, bro, now be careful. I don't give a fuck if it's your brother, your sister, your mother, your whatever. You have to like really look at this shit. It be our closest ones that you want to help, you want to love, you want to do that. On bro now. Now don't take this shit too far, on bro now. Motherfuckers treating their kids now and shit. No, bro, them. You think you about to psychic vaporize me? Oh, bro, them. Don't do your babies like that, though. Oh, bro, them. Don't do your babies like that. You treat their babies bad now. Except for the babies, though. Get the children, so they don't know no better. Oh, bro, them. Man, you know, since you ain't gonna be psychic vampiring me, sit your ass down. That's why you got all that energy down jumping around the bed. Now that I think about it, we be all stressed and shit. Children be jumping. Woo, woo. Oh, bro, they got that tunnel opened up on your ass. Oh, bro, dude. Anyways, as soon as we direct angry thoughts at someone, a tunnel is automatically formed, and we immediately begin trying to pull photons through it. As soon as we direct angry thoughts at someone, bro, a tunnel is automatically formed. We immediately begin trying to pull photons through it. So what's that called? That's called them haters. Bro, you know how a hater is. Bro, you see a hater, they're always mad. Bro, just looking at you like this, twin. Just damn, what the fuck wrong with vampire? The tough guy, the vampire. He thirsty for that energy. He has to set up that tunnel through what? Anger. That tunnel is set up. He thinking about you. You thinking about him. Why you mad at me, twin? Damn. Oh, bro, now what's that about? To do this successfully, we have to break the other person down by causing them to feel what? Negative emotions, such as guilt, fear, shame, sadness. Where do you go? Where do people do going around? What is a troll? We should have a troll coming in any minute. We should have one troll coming in. On bro now, right on time. Trying to make you feel down, trying to make you feel fear, trying to make you feel angry. What do people go around? Did you hear what happened? So you got to ask your news what they doing. They spreading fear. Did you hear what happened to Whoopty? Did you hear what happened to da-da-da-da? Did you hear what da-da-da-da? The channel siphoning your photon energy. Let's go a little bit deeper with this. On babies, on brother, on brothers, they say twin, it say right here, shit, that in order for them to drain your energy, you got to feel guilt and fear. What is the number one Bible rule? Fear God. So what's going on? Bro, now your deities are thought forms, and these thought forms told you to, when you think about me, fear me, bitch. And it says the first thing to set up that tunnel was fear. Now I can siphon the energy just to drain your shit. We immediately begin trying to pull photons through it. To do this successfully, we have to break the other person down by causing them to feel negative emotions. You're full of sin, guilt, and you're full of motherfucking fear. I fear God. Now those thought forms have gained momentum as some of the most powerful gods and goddesses you know today. Because you created your own fucking entities because you've given in to the programming. You have been programmed to feed an energy. You are the cows. You are the pigs. You are the chickens. Bro, now, period. Good. Old McDonald had a farm. Good. Bro, now, at McDonald's, they got $5 bills, don't they? On bro, they're like, hold on, wait, what? Yeah, you heard what the fuck I just said. Don't at McDonald's, they got five. This shit, we are walking. We're just a big ass McDonald's for the deities, feeding off our energy. That's why we wake up every day and talk about what? The gods. The gods. We always saying the gods. Yeah, you know the gods. Guess what the gods did? Ain't none of us pay the fuck attention. Bro, no, where's Jesus' message of love fit in that? Exactly. That's what I'm saying, twin. Bro, no, where's your message of love? Jesus is just a philosophical character that represents the aspect of you. That's what I said. The deities need you to say their name. Somebody was going to come in. What about Jesus, though? What about your message of love? Bro, now, it's you. You the one that thought of Jesus. That's what I'm telling you. These are thought forms, personified. Bro, now, what did I tell you? Didn't I tell y'all on bro now? Didn't I tell y'all? Trolls gonna start coming in this beach. Because when they see the light, the energy needs the light. Jesus needs the light. These entities need the light. The light is within us. The light is formed, gotten out of us when what? We start thinking about these entities. Ideally, once we created a tunnel between ourselves and someone else with our thoughts, the exchange of photons flows in both directions. Let's go a little bit further with this shit. This mechanism on Bronell, this mechanism is precisely what Dr. Glein observed in DNA experiments. Angry people pull photons out of the DNA from a human placenta. Whereas people feeling love were able to beam additional photons into that same DNA. We have not yet measured these invisible energetic tunnels or seen how thoughts automatically create them, but the effects of the mechanism has been well documented. The mechanisms of what? Your photons, which is what? Particles of light, which are set up through what? The tunnels of the thought process. And when you have these thought processes, what happens? You start believing in his gods. Bro, now. No, you good, twin. Bro, no, you good, twin. People have created and worked with different types of entities far beyond recorded history. Many gods and goddesses come into beings as thought forms personified. They gain momentum over time. Night Side of Eden says, what are the gods of psychic projection? Psychic is the etymology of what? Of the mind. Where do thoughts come from? From the mind. Thoughts are what? Projected from the mind. They are psychic projections. Your thoughts are psychic projections. What do you need for a projection to work? They say, twin, what do you need for a projection to work? Damn, ain't that crazy? You need light. And when you think about somebody, what do? You open up a tunnel of light, a photon, where photons can be exchanged. Your light. Your light. Your light. You're creating the light. You're giving it the light with your focus. That's why they tell you the universe is mental. Let's go a little bit further with this. Let's go into an actual test. Dr. William Broad proved that simply staring at someone is enough to trigger their bodies to have an excited response. After yesterday morning, you said some things that led me to an awesome revelation. Yep. Even at distance, when there is no physical line of sight between the two individuals, this is very likely caused by the same energetic mechanism we have been describing. In Broad's experiment, one person was placed in a small room with a hidden video camera and told to relax and read a magazine while the skin was being monitored for its electrical activity. In another room, a closed circuit television screen revealed images of the man sitting there in the chair, even though he didn't know he was being filmed. At computer generated moments, a participant in the room was asked to suddenly stare intently at this man's face on the television screen. Surprisingly, 59% of the time, the man was being stared at. His skin had a sudden shock reaction. It worked with women just as well as men again and again. A 59% reaction is fully 9% above random chance. This may not sound like much, but it is very significant considering that Broad repeatedly experimented again and again with many different participants, and the effects was very consistent. What does that mean? On babies, on bro, them on the brothers. That means that if I was in another room and they told you to look at me and through a camera, and I didn't know you was looking at me, 59% of the chance, 9% above random, 9 number of completion, my skin would jump at you just watching me, which means that 59% of the chance when people observe you, you don't even have to be in the same physical presence. This transcends distance. Your body makes a reaction. Why? Because I just told your ass that tunnel of photon light is opened up. Good. You've opened up the tunnel of photon light, twin. So that energy, and that's why all of y'all is on here doing what? We post our videos. We try to whoop-de-woo. We try to get people to what? We don't understand. We're opening up those tunnels. We want people to pay attention to us. That's why they told you that fame is the new clout. Fame is the new currency. People knowing you. People, how many followers you got. How many people watching your videos. Whoop-de-woo. Why you think a pretty woman put everything on and say, because every that sit there and, oh, wow, you're so beautiful. Think she's getting the energy. Then she has what? An aura. This is why famous people have auras. On bro now. No cap in my rap, twin. Yeah. Look, it say it right here. Even with money, this system has apparently been, that's why old actors have so much charisma. They've been in so many movies. Y'all been seeing them and gave them so much energy and Denzel and see it, you almost pass out. You've been gave them the energy from all the focus. You're looking at your energy as a reflection. This is mental energy. The system has apparently been in place throughout all of human evolution. Leaders will pull their faces on currency, may have well been getting energy transfers from their people every time the people looked at the currency in their pocket. Of course, public gatherings could make this transfer system such more potent as leaders make a rousing speech, for example. After Gutenberg's invention of the printing press, um, beginning around 1439, portraits of leaders could be distributed in printed illustrations that well have may been enough to create viable energy transfers. Photography would represent the next quantum leap in the system, potentially making the energy transfers even more effective as the images of the leaders' faces became even clearer. Once live radio and television became available, potentially millions of people could focus on one person simultaneously in real time. Furthermore, in a particular film actor is being seen in movies by tens or even hundreds of thousands of people any given time, even if the actor is only playing the character, he or she will be receiving tremendous amounts of energy from the people watching them. And this is why the Hollywood and shit got an agenda against their social media and whoopie-woo, because it's creating too many side spin-off stars. That's why Hollywood losing its power. Musicians losing their power because motherfuckers starting to focus on the everyday person. You starting to see what your peers doing and watching what they doing. You ain't even giving a fuck about these niggas no more. You could gossip about the get down the street that put all their business on Facebook, and that's an energy transfer. That's why they ass always in the drama. Get your shit together. They don't know that they doing it. The vampire don't even know it's a vampire. Good. That's another deeper aspect of this energy. We don't know. Most niggas aren't conscious. Walking dead. Good. You act like these, because no, yeah, I got to get some energy. Let me say something for you and focus on me. They don't know that. They trauma drives that shit. They whoop-de-woos drive it. All them different aspects, twin. That's why Jesus did. Now we can use Jesus in the story of a metaphysical character saying the aspect of what? They know not what they do. That's a metaphysical principle. They know now because Jesus is a projection of the higher mind thought process. This is the that know something. Don't deeper within, you know something. That's when you tap into your deeper gnosis. You're just the crystallized spirit of knowledge, the crystal spirit, the energy. This shit. This is what you are. You're just energy, crystallized. Get your shit together, twin. Yeah. Each crystal represent different energy, but yet it's just all energy. Shout out, y'all go follow D Ali Rich. Make sure you get your chains and do your chain hang low. We'll wobble to the flow. Oh, bro, get your crystals and chains, gang. Go to D Ali Rich, get your crystals and chains. This her handcrafted shit right here. On bro now. Yeah, I popped this out like a Jordan. I wore this shit on Fridays or something, you know. There's a lot of energy on here. I'm already psychically sensitive. It's a lot of energy on bro now. It's a lot of energy on this shit. You wearing rock lava and shit. You know, obsidian is lava. Bro, Neil, straight like that. Gee, obsidian is lava. Think about volcanoes. Think about lava. All right, then. That's this. Obsidian, this dark stone. You walking around with lava on you. That means all the ancient sciences, boy, that shit energy. You walking around with pure crystallized energy on you. So y'all make sure y'all follow D Ali. Get your whatchamacallit twin. You know that shit go on, brother. Support your peoples. Oh, bro, now. Support your peoples. Oh, bro, now. Peace, peace. You know that shit y'all be fake. We know that shit we be saying. Peace, peace. Oh, bro, now. Peace and blessings. Ah! All right. Anyways, peace and blessings. I shake. Anyways, this analysis is based on the projections that we. All right. So let's move on to some new shit. Because if I stay, I will stay up here on these first 3 slides forever. We could stay on these next first 3 slides for 3 hours. This page deserve an hour, this page deserve an hour, and this page deserve an hour. But bitch, we ain't got all that time. Anybody got time for that? On bro, what Shorty say? Anybody got time for that? On bro, anybody got time for that? On bro, you feel? But once again, gods are thought projections. Once again, gods are thoughts. They're just your thoughts personified over time. Everybody started believing in that shit. One person believed in it. And it's funny that these guys, always have a prophet. They always got one good at seeing them first. And it definitely says over time, a single thought had transformed from one person's mind, way of understanding the world, to what is now considered some of the most powerful as gods, goddesses, demons, and spirits. So how one person saw it, I saw it in the cave I saw this shit by myself. Well, then everybody start believing in that shit. It starts gaining momentum to the aspect of this motherfucking energy. Then it says the gods are images in heaven, for the gods are but psychic projection. And what is a thought? A thought is an image. For example, think of an apple. You have an image of an apple in your mind. That is a thought projected from your mind. It says a psychic projection. The etymology of psychic, if you look at the very bottom, is of the mind. So a psychic projection is a thought. Now, in order for you to project things, you need light. Well, I got your ass covered. Because ideally, Synchronicity Key by David Wilcox says, ideally, once we created a tunnel between ourselves and someone else with our thoughts, the exchange of photons flows in both directions. Photons are particles of light. So thinking about something is giving it your light. It is a projection. When you thought about that apple, you just projected light from your consciousness. And which means that you should be a little bit more tired. You're giving out a lot of light. You have to turn that shit off. You got to charge back up. You got to go back into the darkness, delta frequency, get more light, and come back into this realm. We borrowing light because you got to go to sleep to project this shit. You go into the darkness, and then you come back to the light. That's why this shit is called the School of Enlightenment and Darkness, where you are the teacher and the student. On bro now. On babies, on bro them, on the brothers, they say twin. Don't forget that part. That's the most important part. That's where all the knowledge at. On babies, on bro them, on the brothers, they say twin. But anyways, we ain't got time for that. That's 360 pack number 7. This is 360 pack number 13, y'all. 360 pack number 13. Go to the link in the bio. Anybody want access to this shit? 360 pack number 13. Think the unthinkable, all the different documents, books, screenshots, all that shit. Yay. We're learning today. Look at y'all, just learning this shit. Oh, bro, you could damn near hit your mama. You know I'm in school. Oh, bro, they what, baby? Don't tell them what it is though. Don't send this shit to them now. Oh, bro, now they gonna stop fucking with you. Oh, bro, now don't be sending this shit to just anybody. You better be careful. Just saying. Oh, bro, now don't just show your cards. Good, put you all right. They gonna be like, oh no, baby, he is the devil. And then you try to explain, no, mom, the devil is actually live spelled backwards. Typhon is set. Typhon set. That's the origination of the. Oh, not my baby too. Oh, bro, deal. This shit for you, twin. You know what I'm saying? This knowledge for you. That's some real shit. At the end of the day, this shit for us. This energy is so primal and it is so powerful. The energy is so primal and powerful and a representation of something. The spirit told me that, motherfucker, you convert people through the experience of your existence. You do not convert people through your mouthpiece. Good. We're not here to convince because your existence is powerful enough because it's energy. So the energy of what? Your actions, the energy of what? Your movement, the energy of everything. That's what's going to prove the testimony of this knowledge. You don't have to walk around and teach people shit. I don't got to go around and tell people shit. You're touching doors all day, leaving fingerprints. You're quantum entangled with everything. The next nigga that touched the gas pump, I just peeled up the gas. Next nigga touched the gas pump. Now his ass at the crib on bro them talk about some I'll say on bro them. Instead he said ashy though. Like damn, I'm ashy. He really meant Ashay. No, bro, no, he really meant Ashay. I'm just saying, twin. You quantum entanglement all around the world, touching doors and doing shit, and you spiritual as hell. There's some type of entanglement. Realize the power of your energy, even if it takes years, even if it takes years and years for people to convert. It's not our business to convert people. It's your business to know thyself. That's what the deeper knowledge in the hidden book say. It didn't say make scream this from tell everybody this shit. It said know thyself. And that's why your secret societies have done more with this knowledge than anybody, because the secret is shit, it's about your ass. Bro, now you be hating on these secret societies, but they kind of they get the ideal of what the fuck going on. Like, shut the fuck up, twin. You talk too damn much. Bro, now, I just believe. I just believe. Bro, now, even 360 up here reading from a book, it's like a script. Bro, now, I try not, you know what I'm saying? Bro, now, even 360 reading from the script right now, baby. This is the written word. Bro, now. All right, now, on a deeper level, though, and this knowledge needs to reflect something deeper in thyself. That's very important. All right. But let's keep on going with this shit. You feel me? Because we're gonna be here all fucking day. Let's go to the next section. The analysis is based on projections. We are beings that permit light, which is energy that can be transformed into ethers. These energies manifest as astral beings that can be sensed by the ones whom are sensitive on the psychic level. Ask yourself, what has your spiritual antenna sensed in the past? Okay. What has your spiritual antenna sensed in the past? That's very important. It's all around us, in and outside of us. The holographic nature of our existence creates an abundance of research on the interaction of our consciousness with the cosmos and beyond. So, the next thing we need to do is, I'm giving y'all this science on the photon lights. I did give y'all some real physical proof that, these scientists set up this shit with a placenta. And when they thought of like happy thoughts towards the placenta, they could see the effect of photon light improving inside of the placenta. But when they thought angry thoughts, the photon light was getting pulled out of the energy. So that is an actual test, but we could say this on a different level too. This is an illustration of a book, Monotonic Projects by Robert Keel, and it says right here, there is, appreciate the gifts, twin. I see you, gang, gang. On brother. I see you, twin, on babies, on brother. It says right here, there's an old house on the Tree Line Street in New York, Greenwich Village, which harbors a strange ghost. Hans Holzer and other ghost chasers have included the house in the catalogs of haunted places. The phantom has been seen by several people in recent years. It is dressed in a long black cape and wears a wide brimmed slouched hat. pulled down over his eyes as it slinks from room to room. Self-styled parapsychologists have woven all kinds of fantasies around this apparition. Obviously, a spy from the Revolutionary War was caught and unalived in the old house. But wait, this ghost may not be a member of the restless dead at all. There were never any reports of hauntings there until about 20 years ago, after the house was vacated by a writer named Walter Gibson. He was and is an extraordinary prolific author. For many years, he churned out a full-length novel each month, and many of these novels were written in the house in Greenwich Village. All of them were created around a spectacularly successful character Gibson created in the 1930s, that nemesis of evil known as the Shadow. If you have read any of the Shadow novels, you know that he was fond of lurking in dark alleys, dressed in cape and broad-brimmed slouched hat. Why would a shadow-like apparition suddenly appear in an old house? Could it be some kind of residue from Walter Gibson's very powerful mind? So, what the fuck we just said? What I just meant on Bronham? That's entity behind you. This ghost was hunting this specific house, and in that same house, 20 years ago, was writing a story about the shadow, and the shadow is an entity that got the same hat, the same everything. In that same house, somebody was writing these stories. Well, in that house, it started to what? Manifest into the physical. The house is a documented ghost story of this entity that somebody wrote about 20 years ago named Walter Gibson, The Shadow. He wrote a book. Consistency is key. He wrote about this figure. He wrote a novel a month. So that's a lot of thinking. That's a lot of, oh, what's this gonna be like? What's his name? You've been wrote a whole story about this nigga. And he started to what? Actually pop up. Which is it is dressed in a long black cape and wears a wide brimmed slouch that pulled over his eyes, and it slinks from room to room. In the 1930s, the nemesis of evil known as the Shadow. If you read any of the Shadow novels, you know that he was fond of lurking in dark alleys, dressed in a cape and a broad-brimmed slouched hat. The same hat and everything. Go back to the beginning of the lecture. Now, it said that the gods and goddesses had came into being as thought forms personified. And now you are looking at a true aspect of thought forms being personified to such a level, it started to manifest in the physical as an entity that people could sense. And if that shit 20 years, they said 20 years ago on bro. Then before that, bro wrote these books. You feel what I'm saying? So imagine some shit being written for 6,000, 7,000 years of these characters and these energies and these thought forms. How powerful these is today. Them bitches really exist. On bro, them off the residue of, like it says in this book, why would a shadow-like apparition suddenly appear in the old house? Could it be some kind of residue from Walter Gibson's very powerful mind? Resident, good. How you ever? Never mind. Y'all ain't never like that on bro. But anyways, that's the shit that's left over after you done doing something, twin. Just like after you're done thinking thoughts, after you're done giving your light, because gods are psychic projections. And it says in synchronicity key that when you think about somebody, photons are exchanged through a tunnel. Photons are particles of light. So as he keeps writing this story on bro, he started giving out this light, and all these people are reading this story, believing in it in the same place, in the place where he thought the thoughts. That's where that energy is, which lets you know that promised land shit on bro now, where the Judaism, whatever the part of Judaism, where they be in that place where they want it and they all want that land, that's probably where those thoughts was thought at. This is the prophet's holy plan. And that's why I don't think it's going crazy. Probably some powerful thought energies over there. That's why when you go to Egypt, you start a lot of niggas go to Egypt, they start channeling on the next level. All these places, because it depends on what was thought in that room. That's why when you go in the houses, if somebody was getting fucked up in the house, now you got fucked up thoughts. That's why you got to clear it out with sage. You're doing this chemical shit, trying to clear out the light, the thought processes of the energy that was already there. On bro now. That shit real. You can't just go in somebody's room and how you channeling the same thoughts and energy, because that residue must be left over from there, which is a deep science. And now you understand segregation. You understand the powers of shit like that, why they segregate things and do classisms. And these people that make this much need to stay over here. And these people that make this much need to stay over there. These people that make this much, all them go to these rich folk stores over here. But all the poor folks go to places over, you trying to keep their thoughts over there and those thoughts over there. I told people a long time ago that when I was in Peoria and I was staying in the hood, luckily there was a private college right down the street. And I used to go up to the door. It was one of the top engineering colleges of the motherfucking nation. I used to go up to the door and just put my hand on that piece for 5 seconds. So, bro, Neil, I don't give a fuck who was watching. Let me go ahead and borrow. I used to call that shit, let me borrow some energy before class, before I was teaching. I was like, let me go ahead and borrow some energy for these smart motherfuckers. On bro them these gifted, on bro them the gifted part of society. You know, this is a private college. You gotta have 100 bands a year. You know that shit. You know what I'm saying? That other type of shit. You feel me? Let me get some of this old engineer energy. On bro now. That shit works. It'll be smart as hell. Just so yeah, actually, you need to go ahead and bro, them I start saying shit, putting things together and shit. Bro, them engineering things. So bro, them you feel me? So remember that if you need motivation, if you need whoop de whoop, focus on the area you at. Switch up your area. Go to a place. Go. That's why they tell you go do some fake. Bro, now you can switch your energy up. It's all of the mind. This is all psychic. So you got to really start tricking this shit. For real. You got to start playing the game or it's going to play you. This is it. Our mind, either we going to try to take a hold of this mind or this mind just going to keep playing tricks on us. And that's why one of the biggest hip hop songs was what? In the 1990s. My mind is playing tricks on me. And it was all about this dream. And bro was going crazy in the dream. And he woke up in this. That's all this shit is. You be paranoid. Mind playing tricks on you. You can't trust nobody. Mind playing tricks on you. Just all that shit we created with our own minds. Very deep. Very deep. Because if we powerful enough to create the gods, then how powerful are these thoughts, bro? They said these thought forms over time gain momentum. When we thought these gods was greater than themselves, over time and energy and with momentum, they became greater than ourselves. That's why we do this shit. That's why they need you to say their names. Think about them all the fucking time. There's nothing, no way but me. Me, 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 me. You damn. Each. Oh, bro, now. Every boy, you better get your shit together. Let's go a little bit crazier with this though. And remember all the other tests, the art of being stared at. Every time somebody stared at somebody in another room and there was a camera set up and the person didn't know they was being stared at, what happened, twin? 59% of the time the person's skin jumped, which is a good representation why since y'all got social media, some of y'all just can't sleep. On bro, them, you got too many niggas looking at you, staring at you, watching you do some old shit and in the middle of the night lurking this shit on bro, them, and now your ass waking up at 12 o'clock. I know I'll just be waking up just. And somebody hit me up. I've been watching your shit all night, bro. Oh, turn that shit off. Oh, bro, no, I'm just playing. Keep on watching that shit. I've been watching you all night, big bro. Oh, bro, them. Your skin reacts to that shit. If we go even deeper with this science on babies on bro, them on the brethrens, hey, y'all, if we go even deeper with this science, what does it say right here that's very important that I want to say? Oh, yeah. Go back up. Let me go back up real quick. And it's about how psychically sensitive you are as well. And about 10% of the population have the ability to see above and beyond the narrow spectrum of visible light. Everybody talking about this light. Can you see your photon quantum light that's being set up through the thoughts? No, but you see the image. What is everybody think of an apple right now. Think of a red shiny apple. What is making you see that fucking apple in your mind? It has to be the photon light. Those are particles of photon light that's creating that red image of an apple. If we all sat for 10 seconds and thought of an image of an apple, let's not do that shit. Because like, what if an apple just pop up on the screen? Oh, bro, there. Because that would be like, that's like magic. Now you doing intense magic. That's why Freemasons and all these niggas have lodges and they all link up because they're all trying to utilize their mind together to have significant jumps on a quantum scale. That's why they link up and do all of that shit. A group of magicians together and all of them thinking the same shit with the same mind, you can tap into energies and do weird shit. That's how this game go. But it all starts with what? Right here. His eyes behind you like apples. On bro now. Type shit. On bro now. I feel it. I can rock with that. Now, it says in about 10% of the population have the ability to see Above and beyond the narrow spectrum of visible light, they can see radiation and even objects invisible to the rest of us. A very large part of the UFO lore is, in fact, based upon the observation of such people. What seems normal to them seems abnormal, even ridiculous to the rest of us. People who see ghosts or the wandering shadows have these abilities. They are appearing at forms that are always there, always present around us like radio waves. And when certain conditions exist, they can see these things. The Tibetans believe that advanced human minds can manipulate these invisible energies into visible forms called tulpas or thought projections. Oh, shit. They said he called them what? Thought projections. Uh-oh. Bro, I didn't know it said that because it definitely says in Night Side of Eden right here, for the gods are but psychic projections. And psychic is of the mind. So thought projections, psychic projections. These topos are what? Psychic projections. The Tibetans believe that the advanced human mind can manipulate these invisible energies into visible forms called topas or thought projections. What's it say right here in Michael Cunningham's book? The gods are what? Thoughts personified. If I told you to just think of an apple, what did I just tell you to do? Project a thought from what? Your mind, your psyche. These entities are psychic projections. Bro, now. Nah, fuck that. Show my uncle. Bro, now. Bro, show this shit to him. Because at this, if you was an abronium, bro, now, if you choose you as an abronium, it would be your constitutional responsibility to take both pills. Bro, now. No, because look, it say red pill or blue pill. I see. We gonna take this matrix shit further. It say take the red pill or the blue pill. But if you look at this Mayat shit on bro, that's the scales on bro. When we here to cancel out the aspect of duality, either or, some crazy type shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you would send the whole fucking science in itself. Fuck all this shit. Fuck the matrix within the matrix and the matrix outside. I'm just saying to him. That's a scale. That's duality. But you need to. But here's the deepest part. You needed to know that there was another scale. We didn't even know there was a scale in the first place. So it's important that we had this gnosis of take this pill or this pill and this is that and you're against this and you needed that science because you need to know that there is a something. Oh, bro, them it's all mental. And remember, guess who wrote this? Sophia. Who wrote the Matrix? Who wrote the Terminator? Sophia. A woman named Sophia. You know that to be real. You know, come on now. You know, Big Mama made all this shit up. Because the universe has to remind you that, hey, Sophia Wisdom, hey, the Great Mother, hey, the Divine Feminine, that an indigenous being from where? From America wrote the fucking Matrix and the Terminator. And what are you doing right now? The Matrix and the Terminator is a big conjunction of your gnosis. If I read outside the circles of time, you are from the future. The children of Mayat are from the future. They are here to ascend, to evolve. If you read Gnosticism, Sophia is the divine wisdom. She is the oracle energy. She is wisdom, the personification of it. So what happens in 1999? When does the Matrix come out? 999. You get what? The Matrix. About transcending, about you being in a program. And we're talking the program as an aspect of the thought projections that come from your mind. The program is your own mind. That's why when they hook them up to the matrix, they go straight to the brain, don't they? All that shit be right here. They get it beat up in that beat show, bro. You be damn. They be like, you can feel this for real. They start bleeding and shit. Remember that shit, man. Why you think you love this movie so much? Because that was your divine wisdom being reintroduced to you in the aspect of a synchronicity. Now, you can burn the books and do all of this shit, but when you burnt the books, you put it into the ethers. When you put it into the ethers, you put it into the collective consciousness. When you put it into the collective consciousness, thousands of years later, somebody gonna be utilizing their creative potential, and it will start to reflect the deeper aspects of their reality. Bro, now that's how that shit works, man. You know, you can burn shit all day. You can't hide this shit. They thought they was gonna burn this knowledge, and it wasn't gonna come. Come on, bro. And then you know it's death and rebirth because they buried the books and the books got found. So we get buried in the ground. What you think happened to us? That energy just recycles. It comes back later. Where do you think we come from? We just recycled Earth energy. Recycled by our friendly sun. Oh, bro, them. You feel what me? Or not so friendly. It depends on what side you're on. Right? We need more Morpheuses. No, we just need our motherfucking selves. On bro now. That's what we need. Because Morpheus would have just told you. Morpheus was there to tell you, you the one. You the one. On bro now. Morpheus needs your ass. On baby. You feel? Morpheus needs you, twin. All right, anyways, let me go crazier in this shit. Um let me go a little bit further. Now, it states right here, um, it states right here, we already went through what? We went through these shadow apparitions being created through the aspect of the thought process of photon lights being channeled out of the individual. That Walter Gibson wrote a novel about a shadow apparition for years or whatever, how long. Every month he wrote about a shadow apparition, and there was a ghost story about 20, 30 years later of an apparition with a slouch hat, the same one he wrote about, because their thoughts, your universe is mental, your thoughts are being projected. And after a time of concentration, intense concentration and focus, it started to manifest in the physical. We went through a whole bunch of signs and symbols already. We went through like 5 books all proving this shit. But anyways, it also says right here, this is from the Holographic Universe by Michael Tobit. It states right here, the 12th century Persian Sufis also employed deep trance-like meditations to visit the land where spirits dwell. And again, the parallels between the reports of the bodies of evidence that has accrued in this chapter are striking. They claim that in the other realms, one possesses a subtle body and relies on senses that are not always as associated with specific organs in that body. They asserted that it is a dimension populated by many spiritual teachers or imams, and sometimes called it the country of the hidden imams. They held that it is a world created solely out of the subtle matter of Alam Abdillah, or thought. Even space itself, including nearness, distance, and far off places, were created by what? Thought. They held that it was a world created solely out of the subtle matter of Alamathil, or thought. What land? The land where the spirits dwell. So even these Sufism are telling you that this land where the spirits is there because of what? Of thought. Of thought. And when you think of the spirit realm, you think of the light world, you think of these different aspects and all of that, and on babies on Bronum. And when it comes to thought, it tells you that when we think about things, there's a tunnel of photon light that's transferred. And it tells you right here that the gods are what? Thought forms personified. What is the God in the spirit realm? The thought forms are just aspects of the photon light projected from you, which is the particle. Remember, light is just a measurement of energy. So all of this is just a science of energy, which is still nothing is decoded about energy. There's nothing that we can study that can really tell us the true effects of energy yet. You just cracking. They don't know shit on bro. Now I'm telling you, twin. That's real. Other than the psychic energy, vampirisms, and all them different aspects. All right. What does this all break down to? If you keep looking a little bit further here, I pulled up this document, and it's talking about your holographic universe. Because holographs are what? Projections, projections of light. Your thoughts are what? Projections, projections of light that create images. For example, think of an apple right now. If you think about the image of an apple, an image denotes an aspect of a projection, an image projected from the mind. The etymology of psychic is the mind. The gods are psychic projections, they're thought processes, higher energies. That because multiple people are thinking about it over and over again. Whoop de woo, arguing about the shit. Dun 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 dun. That's that. Come on, bro. It's all of the mind, twin. That's why you when you go into say They say to him, when you go into the deeper aspects of the science and shit like that, like the most powerfulest X-Men and all of this be what? Psychics. The psychics, the ones with the whatchamacallit. On bro now. You feel me? Huh? Can you talk about remote neural monitoring? I'm going, I don't even know what that means, twin. Someone masquerading as you, fam. I don't even know what that means, Big G. Oh, bro. Oh, babies on brother, one of brothers. Someone masquerading as you. All right, but anyways, the holographic universe. It says what? The universe is a holographic and all of life is an illusion. To many people, this statement is ludicrous, but with a bit of research, they will begin to understand life is just an illusion. Holographic universe and intelligent design go hand in hand. The geometry and measuring system are what allows the illusion to appear real. We do live in a holographic universe, and like all projected holograms, there must be a source from which it comes. You really need to read The Secret of Light by Walter Russell. Now, this is where it gets weird because I ended the lecture. I ended the lecture. I ended the lecture with what? I ended the lecture, twin, with this document right here. And it said you should read the book Walter Russell. I have two different libraries with over 500 books of occultism. I was going through a new library yesterday after I taught this lesson. I just wrote this 360 pack. This is 360 pack number 13. Think the Unthinkable. This was the end of it, where I started talking about holograms, psychic projections, thoughts, images. I tie it all together. We've been went through 7 damn books on bro now. We've been went through about 7 books, twin. You feel me? This is a 7-book lecture, so I should be done. But it say this book, Walter Russell, right? Cool. I open up a library and go to a random book, and what it is, it's a book by Walter Russell. And then I open up the book, and guess what page it go to? It starts talking about the aspect of what? The mind, the thought processes, all those different perspectives. I'm like, it ain't no way. Oh, bro, now, mind is expressed in light. Light is the storehouse of the energy of the thinking mind. What did I say at the very, bro, what did I say at the very beginning of this lecture, y'all? In the synchronicity key. The book is called Synchronicity Key, so it's only right we have synchronicities. That photon light is exchanged when you start thinking about somebody else. What it say right here? It say, twin, what it say right here? Ideally, once we've created a tunnel between ourselves and someone else with our thoughts, the exchange of photons flow in both directions. The exchange of photons flow in both directions. Ideally, when we think about somebody else, the mind is light. Photons are what? Particles of light. An electron, a particle of light. You see it down there, a photon. When we think about somebody, where do thoughts come from? They are projected from the mind. There is a psychic projection. What do I say about the gods and goddesses and all of these different aspects? Psychic projections. The gods are but psychic projections. What does it say in Michael Cunningham's book? The gods are thought forms personified into beings, thought forms personified. Everything is telling you on a scientific level, on any level you want to think about it. Bro, no, this individual, hey, say twin, this individual just started, Walter Gibson just started writing a book about a deity, an entity in a novel for creation of fantasy purposes. And the entity started a documented ghost story is now in the same house where Walter Gibson started to write. Because as it said right here, why would a shadow-like apparition suddenly appear in an old house? Could it be some kind of residue from Walter Gibson's very powerful mind? What's the residue? The photon light of energy. Because when your mind is light, mind is expressed in light. Light is the storehouse of the energy of the thinking mind. The energy of the universe is the energy of the thinking mind. The universe is a universe of energy. Energy is expressed in light. Mind is the universe. That's why your gods and goddesses are what? Light beings. They expressed in all light. Where the fuck you think that light coming from? Oh, bro, it was light all around, white light. But you a light worker. When people were saying that, they mind workers. Ain't that a bitch? An angel is an angle of light, because an angel is a messenger. An angle of light will represent a frequency of energy, which is just a process of the mind. And then dark matter energy is exactly because out of darkness comes light. That's why this school is called what? The School of Enlightenment in Darkness. Because the darkness is the aspect of this shit get deep. You know that dark energy is light because when we go to sleep, it gets all dark. If you go transcend the dreaming state, you go into the delta frequency, which is your deepest aspect of sleep, which transcends rapid eye movement. That's when you don't know you. There's no personification. You don't know you on your bed. You don't know what time it is. You're not nothing no more. And then you come back into the light and you are automatically what? Rejuvenated. What am I talking about? 360 pack number what? 360 pack number 9, lightning with a splash of thunder, where we talk about these different perspectives of the delta frequency that induces that aspect of your healing and regeneration. It heals and regenerates you. But you got to step into the darkness for that. So the darkness is like a light. All of this shit is light. Oh, bro, no, I'm just saying. Light is dark. And then that's crazy because then my yacht, the whole sign of my yacht with the scales, it's all quantum. It's all science. Like you got to transcend this shit. The duality perspective, this or that, light versus dark. It's all of the mind. It's a matrix that we created. Who created the matrix though? Your mind. You're looking at the matrix, it's us, good. It's our thought processes and shit. We the ones thinking this shit up. We the ones who think, oh, this shit deep, twin. Now you like, well, I didn't think all this fucked up. I feel what you're saying, but you also have inherited a genetic code with a programming, with every single experience, thought, energy within that. Plus, you are wherever area you have collective consciousness. So you plugged into a matrix, good. That's already a system going. And then when you usually what happens is you go into the system and you give your light to the system as well. You look at something to give it to. What can I give? Look, how can I work to make the system work? Everybody giving a light to the system. That's why, hey, it's crazy in 360 pack number 4 on Babies on Brother and the Tooth Bone and the Wine. Now it all makes sense what I said, y'all. In 360 pack number 4, I said your city was a circuit board. Bro, now your city is a circuit board. It's a light. Like it's today, Friday, everything lit because moving around, all that energy, all them thoughts, all that whoop de whoop. Let me get that. Bro, now this charges. Cities are circuit boards. This is light energy. You live in a government. Govern means control. Ment means mental, the mind. Why would I want your mind? Because that's where all the light is. Bro, now. Babies. That's some crazy shit, to it. So, anyways, bro, now. And then, like I said, if we go in it, he who knows one book knows none. Look at all these different documents. All of these books we just used. The Mothman Prophecies, Robert Kill created magical entities by Michael Cunningham, Kenneth Grant's Night Side of Eden, David Wilcox, the Synchronicity Key. Synchronicity. Bro, now. Too bad I've been got rid of it. Because a lot of y'all just came in here. I just wrote a book. I was just thinking about this yesterday. Bro, now. Because that's what we do over here. We talk about synchronicities. That's in 360 pack number 7. Synchronicities is the divine alignment of your it's your divine alignment. It's your comprehension of this realm. It is your confirmation. Looking for one of them con words. Bro, them confirmation. You feel what I'm saying? The universe reveals itself through what? Synchronicity. It orchestrates the events, people, and environment and lining them up so that you are exactly where you need to be. Synchronicity takes place like a what? A vibrational beacon that transmits a divine message or code assigned back to you, indicating that you are in alignment or on the right path. Bro, now. So when you get synchronicities, you get in what? Your alignment. And this is very important to your gnosis because shit, what's the most, they say to him, why is this so important in your gnosis? Because then nobody can give you your science for you. You would have to dictate your science through your synchronicities. Bro, now only your synchronicities would confirm your alignment within the universe, which cuts out the middleman that you created in the first place. Because at some point, this mind thought process must have been so powerful we couldn't handle that shit. We needed to create these middlemen to transcend that, to understand the energy. We needed that mirror to reflect the energy deep within ourselves. But that energy is us. So as we're making this shift, and this only is happening, people are like, why is this happening? Well, if you look online, magnetic poles are shifting, and we are electromagnetic beings. So if the polarities are shifting, then the mind is shifting as well. All the science say that we have never seen this before. Let me see this shit, twin. No, every time I jump on my it say it on the computer. Pole shifting refers to the phenomenon where Earth magnetic and north poles and swap poles swap locations. Earth magnetic north pole is on the move, and scientists, this is January 21st, 2025. The magnetic poles are shifting. That's why the mind is shifting. Huh? That shit is happening. If you are using your smartphone to navigate, your system just got a crucial update. Blah blah blah. Like the geographic North Pole, which Martian feels the magnetic North Pole position is determined by Earth's magnetic field, which is in constant motion over the past 2 decades. Magnetic's north movement has been unprecedented. It dramatically sped up there in a more recently twist, rapidly slow. Through scientists can't explain the underlying cause behind the magnetic field's unusual behavior. That's probably a good representation of all these boats and planes, all this shit that's happening. Because your planes use magnetic aspects to navigate and all that shit. The magneticism is being manipulated on this realm. And that magneticism has something to do with what? Our consciousness. Because light and magneticism have a very interesting relationship. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. So shit. Oh, bro, no, I'm just saying to it. I'm not a scientist, so I don't want to get too far into this shit because I'm gonna start stuttering this shit. Oh, bro, no, let me chill. See, well, listen, y'all, bro, no, oh no, I'm just saying, light and magnetism. Let's just look it up. Let's stutter. Oh, bro, no, fuck it. Let's stutter a little bit. Oh, bro, no. No, the relationship between light and magnetic fields. Yes, light is a wave-like magnetic and electric field, so it practically doesn't interact with other magnetic fields. In extreme circumstances, for examples around magnetars, some interaction is possible. I don't know, bro. Oh, bro, now I'm lost. I'll let y'all do this later. That's some shit y'all gotta figure out. 360 can't do everything. I guess I could, but shit, fuck that. Oh, bro, no. We on some psychic shit right now. Oh, bro. All I know is there's electromagnetic denotes light. Electro just denotes light because that's an electron, that's light. The magnetic part, we are electromagnetic beings. Like there's something, and that has to do with what? Our attraction. That's why we do manifestations, and you don't have to chase anything. You can just attract it to you. Magnets attract. Bro, now, why do you think when you stop? Why is magic so powerful? Because magic is only powerful when you take your mind off of it. You're supposed to do the ritual and then don't think about the shit no more. And then over time, things manifest. Just like if you plant a seed, you don't just look at the ground and wait for it to grow. You got to damn near start doing something else, and the seasons have to start manipulating until the shit starts growing and bearing the fruits. You've been forgotten about the shit. Bro, no, this shit is, I don't know, twin. This shit crazy. For real. You have to do it. You have to do the original plan and plant the seed. But then after that, you are permitted to do whatever else and da 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 until that time's come for that seed to bear that fruit. So nature is showing us like the aspect of our thoughts and our mind. But on a deeper level, it's very important to realize Judy K. King talks about this. That when we get to the quantum scale of our existence, it becomes counterintuitive. So counterintuitive would denote that whatever your intuition, whatever you assume, it goes against that science. And that's where we'd be like, well, I assumed it was this. I would have be like, nah, this shit actually the other way. So we have to be careful on bro. And that's why it's important to just become the aspect of this knowledge. But anyways, I'm babbling at this point. Everybody double tap the screen, twin. Let's see who here. Oh, bro, now I feel lonely in this beach. Oh, bro, now. Whoa. They wildin'. Hold on, y'all. Everybody, hold on. What? Well, that shit almost stressed me out. All right. Anyways, so class, We are connected to the magnetism for sure, twin. Bro, now for sure. And then, like on a deeper level, like we said, on all these documents right here, bruh. And the most important aspect of this is a synchronicity because in this document, guys, in this document right here, this holographic universe right here, y'all, it literally said you need to look at this book, Walter Russell. And oh yeah, if you look at the bottom right there, even your memory works like holographs. Look at that graph at the bottom, y'all. Y'all see how it's set up exactly like how a holograph works? I said, look at that graph at the bottom, y'all. Y'all see how it's set up exactly how a holograph works? Now think about this. That's how I end the lecture. With that graph at the bottom. These are different documents. That the book. No, this is the same book by Thomas Carlson, something like that. But anyways, in this document, he's talking about the holographic universe, and he pulls up this thing that the way we project this realm. Whoever I sent this invitation to, do not come up here. However, I look exactly how I project this realm. Bro, now the same way they project this realm, and think about it. Lucifer is a light bearer. Y'all better understand this deeper science. But anyways, angels of Lucifer, the angles of light, a different perspective of the science, a fallen angel, an aspect of a light projection. A projection of light is just an angle, an angel, a message. Boy, this shit deep. But anyways, if you look at the bottom right there, it says long-term memories and quantum orbits of DNA nucleotides, holographic photons formed by dual waves and Mount turbulent mirrors. Whatever the fuck that means. Basically, when you think about a memory, you're using an aspect of a projection. It's just memory. And then this shit about to get sick. It says long-term memory and quantum orbits. And why this memory so important to your holographic projection of your realm. That's on a psychic level. You have to go back to 360 pack. It's talking about your memory. You got to go back to 360 pack number what? 360 pack number 8 that says good. The literal present is invisible, inaccessible, and meaningless. Strangely, the present is beyond knowing. Strangely, human awareness is trapped in the past, the dream past. Your awareness is in the past. Your holograph is based, as it says on this document in 360 pack number 12, your holograph is based on what? A projection of memory. Everything you've ever projected, it already happened. You're watching a fucking movie. Oh yeah, that's Dr. Blend Functionary. He says that. He said in the thing, this is in the part on Rainbow Bridge, he says, pass me the popcorn. Your life is just a movie. Because it's just what? What is your life, y'all? Remember what your life is? What is the gods? The gods are but psychic projections. What's a projection? A projection is an aspect of a light. A projection is a light, a thought, a light projected out, something pushed out of you, a light. Your thoughts are what? Your thoughts are psychic projections. They are images. If you think of an apple, you have just projected a thought from your mind. It is a psychic projection. Think of an apple. Psychic projection. Thinking of an apple. You just psychically projected something from your mind. How did you do that? Where is the image of the apple coming from? Your mind. And how does it do that? Because when you think of something, it creates a tunnel, which is a photon, a tunnel where photons can be exchanged, which is light, a particle of light. Your mind is light. That's why when you go to the last document of this shit, this document by Walter Russell, it says what? The mind is expressed in light. And that's when, them on the brethren say twin, that's when you go into this shit and look, another Walter, shout out to the Walters. We read it, we cracking a code with a book called The Synchronicity Key. It's only right we're gonna have synchronicities. Two Walters, Walter Gibson and Walter Russell. Walter Gibson writes a book, both of them writers, wrote a book about a novel and about a shadow apparition, and the shadow started to pop up in the real world. On babies on Bronham on the brethren. Say twin. Damn. Hell no. Who up in here? Do you have to pledge again to get the new pack? Kids probably do drain our energy. Facts to hear them tell it. G bro, just pledge. I don't even know who this is. Just pledge to the class to win. Just support this shit to win. On bro now. On bro now. Bro, the 360 packs are $5. Good. On bro now. I don't know who this is. This is the second day you did this to win. He like, bro, do we gotta pay to get the yes? Good. Did I put energy into this shit? You should want to. Bro, you should want to. You know, when I send this to the bro nails for free, no matter, even if I send it for free, they always pledge. Even if I be like, I just be making this shit just to show them love. They be like, I must support this. On bro nail, I appreciate you, bro. On bro nail, come on, guys.